All right, what's up, kiddos? We are back with another TagCast, and really excited for this episode because we're gonna talk some gutter garbage. We're gonna talk some really terrible strats and stuff, and characters that you have to work way too hard with. And it's gonna be good times because nobody talks about them. So, with that, I would like to introduce my guest, repeat guest for this episode, and that is none other than the Salt Master himself, USMC Ogre. What's going on, man?
Hey now, chilling.
So no E3 for you.
No E3 for me. I've gone plenty of times. So I don't like being surrounded by a bunch of fucking scumbags.
Now, you said you were at work?
Yeah, I'm at work.
Because why not? Is everybody else then, like, is the office cleared then, or how does that work?
Mostly, yeah. For the most part, everyone's at E3. I'm just kind of sitting here by myself doing nothing.
Wow,
it's just fine by me.
So you're like, all right, I'm going to skip out and I'm going to talk some Tekken while you guys are doing that, and I'm going to get paid.
That's right. Talk some Tekken about a horrible character, too.
Nice. Well, I don't really think we need to do much more introduction than that. I think most people know who you are, and of course, you've been on the show before, so had a little bit of a recap then. Although that
if they don't know, they're probably trash.
And the last time you were on, we had some road rage going on, which is really nice and fun.
Oh yeah. I'm sitting in my office at work right now, so this will be my solicitude, I think, if I get a crazy email about something.
Well, with that, I guess we can just kind of jump into the character talk. Luckily, this is actually one of the characters I put quite a bit of time in with right when
you poor guy.
First came out. I know, right? But at least I'll be able to contribute a little bit more than I normally do, rather than just asking random questions.
Yeah.
So with that, man, there's so much bad with him.
Oh, son of a bitch, man. I knew it. Something had to happen. Sitting in my office, one of my buddies just walked by and looked at me through the window and did like the dick suck sign. For some reason, I think he wants to suck my dick. I don't blame him. It's a nice dick.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, I'm on the phone, dude. Okay. All right, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone now.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, that's funny. So we're just going to get random interruptions. This is great.
Apparently, I'm a popular guy.
So, okay, well, let's talk about the not popular, and that would, of course, be Ogre. So there's so much bad with this character that I feel like we shouldn't start there, that we should start with
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, good idea. If we wanted to talk about what's bad about him, this could be very long.
Yeah, so let's try to hype him up a little bit first. So
he does have a few good things. A few. Probably the two most useful things with him are his Tag Assault filler is really good paired with certain characters. It does a shitload of damage. It does kind of have too many hits to really extend much. But if you have a character with just one strong hit for a combo winner or a throw for a combo winner, it's pretty good. So up 4, 3, 4, 3 plus 4. And he's actually really easy to get red life combos with after a lot of stuff with the 2 down 1 plus 2 tag. So that's pretty helpful, but the problem is getting those combos started because he's really unsafe.
That's very true. And yeah, I used to, when I was playing him as a main, I paired him up with Lars, which seemed to be very good for exactly the reasons that you're just talking about. Because of course, Lars has the Shining Wizard if you need to end it, but he's also...
Yeah, and he can continue combos really easy after Ancient Ogre, whatever, 2 down 1 plus 2.
Yeah, any character really that has a good pickup, which Lars does, with the down back 2.
Yeah.
And can really take advantage of that. Speaking of red life combos, though, he does have, at least I think, some pretty decent grabs, and arguably one of the best grabs in Waning.
Oh, yeah.
Now, most
massive red life combos after that.
Absolutely. Now, I'm curious, because when I was playing with him, I paired him up with Lars, which is really good for combo fillers, but I was doing the run-up.
So usually I think Lars players are scumbags, but teaming him up with Ancient Ogre, I mean, that kind of evens it out.
Yeah, you're not doing top tier, you're just trying to make your Ogre viable, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was doing the Sky Boot, a whole bunch. Now, is that what you usually do, or how do you follow up the Waning Moon?
Depends on the character I'm using, because Sky Boots adds an extra hit as opposed to just Blazing Kick.
No, I'm sorry. That's what I mean by.
Oh, okay. Wait, what's the sky thing? Is that down 3+4?
No, I have no idea what sky boot is. I was just making up my own word.
Oh, you're just making up. Oh, I thought you were blazing. Oh, sick, dude. Wait, I guess down 3+4 is called can-cans. I don't know. I don't ever look at the move list, man. I'm real bad about that. I don't care what move names are. Yeah, either or, it's fine. I find blazing kick a little easier to land because you have to dash real deep for the down 3+4. I think with the team, I use Jinpachi with Ancient Ogre, who I think also kind of sucks. I mean, I think he gets overrated because people just suck against it. Here's a tip: if you want to beat Jinpachi, stay like a character distance away and just sidewalk. He can't ever hit you with anything. He's fucking terrible.
It's a skill patchy, man.
Oh, dude. People should not be losing to Skill Pachi at all. He's such a shit character. But I like pairing him up with Ancient Ogre because I want 2 shit characters on the team.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But yeah, after winning Moon, I think I get something close to like, like 110, 112 damage without walls, which is pretty fucking stupid for a throw.
Now, do you do the turnaround stuff, like after the blazing kick? Like go on to the other side of him? Okay.
Yeah, with Jinpachi, you can get around to the other side pretty easy. Yeah. Just do like up 4-2, down 4-3-1, and then tag assault, then running throw with Jinpachi.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I'm, for whatever reason, combos that require you to duck or like dash underneath somebody, I was always really, really bad at them. So I tend to not do them and just try to do makeshift.
Yeah, if I'm playing online, I won't even go for it because online is fucking shit. Even on a 5 connection, just one little fuck up and you're owned. Any little lag spike. So, I have a good idea for later in the show too. I'm sorry to derail it. I'll read a bunch of hate mail that I get. I get about 4 or 5 hate messages a day when I do play online. I got some good ones. I'll read you some of those later. That should be fun.
That'll be great. I'm already excited for that.
Put some of these fucking scrubs on blast with the PSN names.
Oh man, I hope some of them will be listening, but we'll get there. So I do want to continue talking about the Waning Moon a little bit, just because it's one of those high points for him. And one thing that should be mentioned about that is it's mad easy to buffer. Like you can buffer that.
Oh yeah.
So well, and like you can do down forward and then like walk forward for 5 seconds and then do another down forward and it'll
yeah.
So,
I mean, if I'm buffering off of a move, I usually do the 2/4 circle forward motion for some reason.
Hey, whatever works.
It works for me. A lot of the times I'll just bust out the 2 down forwards. I've gotten pretty decent for it. The duck doesn't ever come out. But yeah, I mean, you can buffer it off of almost everything.
Yeah. Well, I know one sort of trick, or not trick, but just sort of a little strategy to employ, when you're dancing around, moving, doing your little side steps and whatnot. Just throw a down forward in there, and then when you approach, just jab, and then boom, and then just throw it out there. And a lot of people like to eat stuff like that. So. But, I'm curious what you think about his normal grabs, because I personally, I actually like him. I wish he had a little bit more advantage off of them.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really get very good Oki after him. I mean, there's worse throws, and there's definitely better ones. I think his regular throws are pretty neutral. Nothing too great about him, nothing too horrible about him.
Gotcha. Now, I did want to ask about something that I see kind of as a 50-50 because, we're talking about how he's got a lot bad with him. But I actually like a lot of his mids. I just think that they could be better, like if they were just mildly.
Well, yeah, like if they were consistent, and like you couldn't duck under some of the mids of certain characters, that'd be great.
Yeah, that would be great. But like stuff like his down 1 can bail him out sometimes. A standing 3 is a great move. It's like
his standing 3 is. I disagree. I think his standing 3 is an okay move. I wouldn't say great. It looks better than it really is because he doesn't have very good mid options. I think. I mean, it's a mid move. Doesn't track very well.
No, it doesn't track very well. I enjoy it though because like you mentioned, especially of his other options, it has good range. I-13.
Yeah, for him, it's a good option. For him, it's a good option.
And it does a decent amount of damage for a poke. 17. Completely safe. Especially if you hit it at tip range. Obviously, there's ways around it. You can step it and whatnot. I can't remember. Can you step the 2 follow-up after it, or does that track? Yeah. Like, let's say you
like on block,
or block or whiff or whatever. Does it? Does the 2 have any sort of track?
There's no real reason to ever try and step it. I mean, it's so telegraphed. You can just duck it, and you have time to stand up an electric. You can really blow that thing up. You don't even need to try and sidestep it.
Well, I was just curious because I know that some people, after
I hit a lot of people when they try and sidestep it, and then they get counter hit, and then you can run up a 3 if you're down 1 and whatever combo. So I would suggest, if you're playing against an Ancient Ogre, if that ever happens, because I don't think it happens very often, no one uses them. But yeah, just duck the 2 and fuck them up.
Well, because that's why I was asking, because the only reason that I ever finish it is if I think people are getting button happy after the 3 comes out.
Which happens.
You can surprise them like that. But I didn't know if someone was doing a sidestep move or something like that, if you noticed that it would tend to catch them.
It usually does catch them. If I've noticed it. You might be able to sidestep it, but it's not worth it. You can mess it up so bad just ducking the second hit. Just flash ducking. You don't even have to commit. You can just flash duck, and then he's just standing there ready to get owned.
Now let's keep talking this mid talk, because the big thing with the mids, a lot of his mids, as you know, since you play him, is his range. Like, they're just really, really horribly inconsistent. But with that being said, you still have to use mids. You got to do it.
Down 4-4 is not too bad. Down 4-2-1's okay. Back 4-3 is okay.
Down what? Really? You use down 4-2-1 a lot?
Not a lot. I'll throw it out every once in a while. It's real easy to hit confirm. Like if it hits counter hit. But it just, if you do the down 4-2-1, like most smart players will just kind of wait to see what you do after it, because they know it might finish. So it can give you a little bit of momentum. I think it's still a little bit negative on block, but most people aren't pressing buttons in the middle of a string like that.
Yeah. See, that's one of the reasons that I started to abandon it, because every hit of that string is at least -12, and I would just eat jabs all over the place with very little reward off of it.
It's not like a staple poke, but every once in a while I'll check it out there just to make people think.
Now, one thing that I do like to use, just because, although the range is kind of nasty on it, is down 2-3. It is jab punishable if you finish it, but if you kind of mess with the down 2, sometimes you can catch people. But the down 2 by itself is safe. I'll do the down 2 by itself. I actually almost never finish it, just because you do down 2, and they'll be expecting mid, and you can get a throw mix up afterwards. I'll do that sometimes, but I don't usually finish the string too often. Nice. Now I am a huge fan. I wish it was better, but I am a huge fan of his down 1. I do use that a lot to kind of bail myself out when I need a mid that actually has some. That's
pretty good. It's exactly the same as Heihachi's down 1.
Is it? It has the same hitboxes and everything?
Pretty close. Actually, it might be a little bit shorter, just because fuck Ancient Ogre. Yeah. But it's pretty much the same.
Okay, because that was the only reason that I had beef with it, is because it just seemed like it didn't have nearly the range as Heihachi and.
If you're further than 1 dash back, it's gonna miss.
One thing that really pisses me off about it, though, is that you can't go into full crouch. If you could do
oh god, he doesn't really have anything good to go into full crouch except a down jab or back 3, but back 3 makes it so fucking obvious.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, now that since we're talking about good mids, that just reminded me. While standing 1-2, instant while standing 1-2 all the time. Mm-hmm. That move is so good.
Oh yeah, dude.
For Ancient Ogre, that move is really good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely in that boat. And speaking of the down back 3, I actually because down back 3, like you said, is kind of telegraphed. I tend to.
Oh no, I said back 3, not down back 3.
Oh, Because I was going to say, I actually tend to do down back 4 a lot to get myself into crouch. Because most people just see it's like, oh, it's a generic shin kick. He's not going to do anything after it. Wrong. You know, like, just because what else are you going to do? You got to do something. But anyway. Yes.
One thing, Ancient Ogre folks, I do play a few Ancient Ogres online once in a while. They never use full crouch forward 1. That move is pretty decent too.
So
a lot of people start auto decking once they see him full crouch. They're scared of the scrubby arm sweep. And I mean, it's tag mode for you. You can get a lot of damage off it. So.
Well, yeah, and it's safe too. As far as I'm aware, it's pretty sure it was.
Is it? I thought it was like -12 or something. I mean, it's hard to punish because it pushes back.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe.
Like, you're never gonna eat anything too bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Okay, it's full crouch forward. Oh wow, it's -14. I didn't realize that.
Oh fuck! Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I knew it wasn't safe. Yeah, I knew it wasn't safe, but I didn't think it was that bad. But I mean, it pushes back pretty far, so only a few characters are really gonna mess you up for it.
See, yeah, for some reason I was thinking it was safe because his while standing 2 is it feels like, you know, that's obviously punishable, but that's
like -1,000,000.
Yeah, but that is like the really heavy hitter, you know, like boom, you eat it and it's like 30 damage.
Yeah,
on the launcher.
Yeah. If you're ducking, if you know someone's doing a string and you can get a guaranteed duck while standing to tag buffer, you can get a shitload of damage with pretty much everybody.
Now you said you threw out the word scrubby sweep, and I'm curious to know what your thoughts on that sweep are, because I feel like it's I mean, obviously it's no tag 1 sweep, but it's
a piece of shit. Full crouch down for it too. It doesn't fucking track at all, which doesn't help Ancient Ogre because his tracking's already kind of booty. I mean, if you're playing someone that knows the matchup a little bit, when you get into full crouch, they're going to start sidestepping, and you're going to have to do something stupid like lost thing too, and then get a block and get home. So I mean, it's good against real shitty players, and that's about it.
See, I always thought because it was sort of speedy that you can sneak it in there. Plus, you're crouching, so if you think somebody's gonna jab or do some sort of magic 4 garbage,
I'd rather just be like down 3-3 or something.
Down. Chin kicks. Okay.
I mean, you just have to know who you're playing against. If you know you're playing against someone who's kind of crappy, you can get away with just chucking that out a lot. Mm-hmm. But yeah, against decent players, you're not gonna have too much success with that.
So are you? With that being said, that that's his primary, like, quote unquote scary low out of full crouch. Are you going into full crouch at all with him then, or are you even?
Yeah, no, I still do. But then that move is not a move I do very often. I'll still go into full crouch and throw out like full crouch down forward 1, the little arm sweep, stuff like that, because that's a lot harder to step. But then the reward off of the arm sweep, I mean, I think the standard thing most Ancient Ogre players are going to do is down forward 1+2, but you can get out of that. You can side roll.
I actually didn't, mostly because at least whenever I was having some success with them, it was mostly like getting people scared that they're getting hit by all these big damage, even if they're unsafe, like these big damage moves.
Yeah.
So usually
that's kind of how you have to play him. He's so hard to play safe. You kind of have to YOLO a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. But usually what I would do is the sweep, and then I would do down back 2. And if people try to roll away or just roll to the side or whatever it may be, or get up.
That's probably the best follow-up.
Yeah, because it leaves you right there. Like, they can't get away, so they're instantly in a 50-50.
Yeah, and you'll catch people like trying to do get-up kicks sometimes to get that counter hit also. With it.
The rare counter hit you'll get with that move.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of when it was down back 2. It looked slow enough to be able to block a reaction, but man, you hit a lot of people. I hit a lot of people with that stupid move.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I try and set up a lot of, like, I'll throw out a lot of back 4-4s and stuff to make people think, oh man, this guy's gonna fucking throw out giant mid launchers all day, and that gives you a little chance to throw out back 2 here and there.
Well, when the game first came out, I saw that move, and then I saw back two, and I was like, okay, well, no big deal, because they looked the fucking same when they first started up.
Yeah, they
like,
look
all right,
pretty
well, there's my
similar.
mid option. And then the game actually comes out, and you're like, oh, well, back two and back two one are both launch punishable. Cool.
Yeah, which is stupid as fuck.
Yeah,
it's not a good enough move to be launch punishable.
No, not, and there's no follow up to it. Like I thought, I was like, okay,
yeah.
well, maybe if I hit
well,
it,
I think after a back two, you can. I think you can be like down 3, then down 4-4 or something. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh wow, you can. I didn't even realize the down 3 picked up. But in any case, it's not like
it's nothing good.
Yeah, it doesn't warrant a launch punish. You know,
yeah.
It's like kind of silly. But
one good since we're kind of talking about mids, is sidestep too. That's actually a good move that I wish every character I used had. Sidestep too is good.
Oh really?
That's actually a good ancient ogre move. Just because it's God, what is it, like minus 14 or 13? It's real hard to punish it hard.
Really, I always figured that was actually pretty easy. Like anyone who had a decent 14 framer would just light him up for it. But I don't think a lot of people know that it's negative 14.
On block, it looks like they're getting pushed back a little bit. It kind of makes
it has that fake block stun where you throw your hands up, but you're actually at positive, way positive, in fact.
And that goes back to kind of ancient ogre YOLO shit. It's like sidestep 4 and sidestep 2 mix up. I mean, that's how you kind of have to play him if you want to get damage with him, unless you're using him just for tag assists, because he's crap.
Now I was
crap.
I did want to ask, are you a Burning Knuckle fan? Just the regular one, not the actual Burning.
You can't really just throw that out because the tracking is such ass. But if you have someone set up to where you're pretty sure they're gonna raw tag, or if they're gonna get up kick, yeah, throw that out because you get massive damage off that.
Because I notice, like King players, you see it use it quite a bit.
Man, they're fucking stupid. I play a lot of. I play some. All right, look, I play arguably the best King. I mean, Little Maiden's super good too, but him and Kyle are the best Kings, right? I play Kyle a lot. He almost never uses that move because it gets sidestep super free and you get owned. And it's the same thing with Ancient Ogre. Like, you can't just throw that move out. If you think they're going to raw tag, sure, throw it out. Or if they whiff something like real bad, like a get-up kick, throw it out. But you can't poke with it. I see a lot of shit players poking with it with the Kings. Come on, man.
Well, it's funny. Are you just, like, doing a regular step, or are you sidewalking it? Because I seem to get hit a lot trying to sidestep it. Because I always thought that was always my understanding. Was like, oh, I'll just fucking...
I'm sidewalking. I sidewalk.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure either direction, too.
Because for some reason like that, I eat that a lot. And I'm like, I'm at your fucking hip, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, no, if I think they're going to do it, I'll just start sidewalking right, and then I just end up like on their side, ready to...
Now, a couple other mids that I don't know why, but I just use them, is his shoulder tackle, the forward 2+3, and then the boot, the bazooka heel. I don't know why, but I really like those moves. Like, they're not OP or anything.
I use the 4-4-4 to end combos if it's going to take him to the wall. That's about it. I don't really use the shoulder tackle too much. I don't really find it all that useful. I mean, the shoulder tackle, I mean, if you think someone's going to tag in, just do the 4-1+2 or something, or 4-4-3, something. I don't find much of a use for the shoulder tackle because, unlike Miguel, his isn't safe for some reason. Well, 4-4-4, the only time I ever throw that out there, because the trackings were bad on that too. Another Ancient Ogre staple character feature, bad tracking. Yeah, I'll just use that to end combos. That'll kick him to the wall and then just, down forward 2-1-2 or whatever.
Now, call me old school, and it's a habit that I was, trying to get better at, but I'm still a forward 2 whore. Like, I know that it's not nearly as good at tracking anymore, so I try to set it up a little better, but I can't, like, stop using that move. Like, I'm always using that move with the hopes that, one day it'll be as great as it was. Now, do you use that move at all? Or
I don't use that a whole lot, no.
All right. Well, I guess we'll move on from that.
Yeah. I guess as far as full frame Punishers, yeah, it's actually one of the better ones. Back one too.
Yes, and even if you don't hit it, you can still kind of play games with it. With the
yeah, you do the cancel. It kind of messes with people a little bit sometimes.
Gotcha. So let's. I do want to ask about another feature or part of his game that used to be good, but isn't quite what it was. And that's his sidestep game, because you mentioned sidestep 2, as one of his good moves. Now, I still use the shit out of sidestep 4, and a lot of people sit there and like, oh man, yeah, I can see it. But then when you sidestep and do shit like forward 4, all of a sudden they find themselves ducking, which I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of seeable, but not as blockable as it is seeable, if that makes sense.
You see it, but you can't react in time.
Yeah. It's like just in that kind of gray area, you know. And the reward off, it's pretty decent. Like his sidestep game is okay. So I mean, between sidestep 2 and then sidestep back forward 4, if you can get that motion down to have the knee come out really fast, that's pretty good too, because it's safe.
Oh yeah, and you can tag off it, of course. I guess that's another thing that since we're trying to find good things about him, his launchers are good in the sense that a lot of them are taggable. Like you mentioned, sidestep 2 is taggable. The
cans or whatever. Blazing kick, can.
If
his Mardo shoulder down 1+2.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're doing the YOLO stuff.
yeah.
Doing the shoulders, that's tag bufferable. So he's at least getting red life damage, which is nice. But if you happen to hit a hop kick, you can still 2 down.
Two down 1+2. Yeah.
As you mentioned earlier, which will lead to red light.
Sadly enough, Hopkick is one of his better moves.
Well, that's because if he has a good partner, he can actually get some fucking damage off of it.
Yeah, he gets pretty good red life damage off it with the right partner for sure.
So with that being said, since it kind of transitions into another topic, I do want to talk about his juggles, for a minute, because he does seem to be okay on getting red life combos, and as long as you have a good partner that can do some damage, his juggling potential is not all that bad. It's actually pretty good. Now with
solo juggle damage is awful, though.
Yeah, absolutely awful, and that's actually a question I wanted to ask you about, because when I was playing Ancient Ogre, I would always 100%, if I didn't get in a red life situation, I would always tag assault, like always. Like there was no question.
Yeah. No, I unless I want to tag out, I'll do the same thing.
Okay.
Like unless I just want to end a juggle of blazing kick or something, like I need to get my other character, and I'm just fucking tag assaulting with them all day.
That's interesting. When you say blazing kick, you mean like after the bound, you just blazing kick just to get out?
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting. I actually never even thought about that. I always would just do the back 2-1 and then just tag, just get out. But although another one of those.
Well, I mean, it depends on the situation, how close they are to a wall, like how you want to keep the momentum going. So I mean, there's times where you can do that too. But.
Well, back 2-1, God, that move could be so great, and it's just so shitty. But it's like his staple, like ender, like solo ender to a juggle after the bound, and yet it whiffs 75%.
It's so bad. Yeah. That's why I don't ever bother doing solo combos with him. Like I really don't care what the situation is, unless they're like right at a wall and I can get decent damage like that. There's no point. The solo damages. I can't think of anyone. Let's see. Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't really think of anyone with worse solo damage.
Yeah, I'm racking my brain. I'm trying to maybe. How are the Lings? Are they? I'm not 100% sure how good they are in juggle.
Who, Ling?
Yeah, the Lings, both.
Yeah, they're pretty ass too.
Because I know they were typically like the bad.
I'd say Ancient Ogre is on par with them as far as shitty solo damage, no doubt.
Is he worse or is he second to worst? That's the big debate. Okay, so you did bring up the topic of the wall, which was another thing I wanted to ask you about because I always had like a big issue with him at the wall because it's another situation where like I felt where if I was going to get any damage whatsoever, you like need to tag assault, and like
yeah, pretty
I don't
much.
know, I could never find anything that really did beefy damage with him. Like ultimately, what it ended up.
And he really only has two options. You do down forward 2-1-2, which is whatever, or you can do up back 3-2, and then with your other character get a hit between the up back 3 and the 2, and then a hit afterwards, or 2 hits afterwards, something like that. But other than that, his ball game is pretty unspectacular as far as damage goes.
Well, man. Oh, I was gonna say that we're running out of good stuff to talk about with him, but
yeah, he's a real shitty character. He's real boring.
Oh, that was something I was gonna warn people about before we started talking. That he's not only is he kind of bad, but he's pretty simple. Like there's not a whole lot to him. I did want
no,
to.
there's really not. When I end up playing him to entertain myself, I try and make a game within the game. No, but all right, how many times can I hit this guy with this stupid fucking move? You know, and stuff like that. Because I mean, just playing him straight up to win is very, very boring. He's a boring ass character.
With that being said, though, I was there's one other thing that I can think of aside from like his wall carry that we kind of already discussed was his pokes. I do think he has some pretty good low pokes. Like he has the AK down 3, which is good.
Down 3 is probably the best low poke just because it's decently quick. Back 3 it's so-so. It's a little bit slow, but it goes under pretty much everything. If you get counter hit, you can crouch cancel 3-2 into a full combo, which is good.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm personally a fan of his down 4/4 string. Now, for the most part, you know, you don't really want to finish it too often. But I'm a huge fan of the shin kicks. You know, like the down back 4s and shit. The generic.
Yeah. I try not to finish the down 4/4 just because if you don't get counter hit, you're going to get boned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One thing I noticed when I was playing is like I don't know if people just forget about it, but like if you just hold it for a second, because you know a lot of people don't realize that you can delay it. If you just do down 4 and you manage to hit it, and then people like, oh man, it's over. You know, it's a generic low poke. I'm at advantage. Time to press buttons. And then you can somehow manage a counter hit. The only shitty thing, of course, is that he gets nothing off of it.
It's so high.
Yeah, it floats, but he can't reach and get anything off of it. But
yeah,
alas, so goes Ancient Ogre.
I mean, he's a hard character to win with. You really, really have to be in the other person's head to do well with them. Like you really have to have good reads. It's not like Lara's. You can just be like, I don't really know what to do in this situation. I'm just gonna fucking hit down 4-2 and down 4-1 and kind of, you know, jabby jab, whatever. I don't know what's going on. You can't really get away with that shit with him. You really have to have good reads. Mm-hmm. If you have good reads with him, you can do good damage. But yeah, if you're trying to pick up a character to win, you better be the shit. Ogre, man.
Yeah, well, that's I'm glad you phrased it like that because that's exactly how I see him. Like that's one of the reasons that he's so bad. Because in a game where all these characters are safe and they just have all these really big damage safe options, you know, he has big damage too, but none of it's safe.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing he has that does good damage in the save is back 4-4, and the range is fucking atrocious on it.
You said back 4-4?
Back forward 4, the Bruce knee.
Okay, back forward.
Yeah, the range is real bad.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, I almost reserve that exclusively for after sidestepping if they're freezing.
Yeah.
It's the only time where you're guaranteed almost it's gonna hit. So with that, man, like there's really not a whole lot more to talk about. Like the only thing that I can think of that we didn't really mention was his panic buttons, and we didn't mention it because he doesn't have any.
Not really.
End of list.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, maybe down back 2. There's an okay panic button.
Yeah, only because it crushes, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're panicking, throw out a hot kick or throw out down back 2.
Yep. There's no magic.
Hope neither of those get blocked.
Yeah, no magic 4s, no counter hit tools. Non-existent. Oh,
I can't stress enough though. Just while standing 1-2 all the time. Practice your instant while standing 1-2 and just throw that shit out there.
Yeah, I can't.
That's the only thing he has that's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I can't really refute that because mid safe, decent tracking.
Yeah, you can delay it.
Yep, you can delay it. If you happen to catch a float, it not only does the string itself bound, but if you stop at the 1, you can keep carrying.
Yeah. Actually, after down back 2 or back 3 counter hit. One of them you can just do while standing 1 and then 2 down 1+2 into red light combos too.
I know that since I have the game pulled up here in front of me, I'm gonna check. I know that you can get for sure off of down back 2. You can get the walls.
Yeah, I think that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I have the game in front of me too. Yeah.
Oh no, actually, you can get it off both. I just hit it off the back 3 and as well as the down thing. But that's one of those things you were talking about.
But that's also character dependent too, which brings me to another huge problem with him. He has character dependent, he has combos after a forward 1+2 that don't hit small characters and shit like that. After forward 4-3, sometimes you'll have trouble with 3-2 picking up small characters. It's really annoying.
Well, that's another thing that's or just something to add to what we were talking about earlier, where his hitboxes are just junky. It's like they didn't finish him out. Like you had some developer was like, yeah, that's okay. Like he didn't actually finish the character. So you have all these weird ass whiffs in a game that's known for its weird whiffs. So like it's just very, very frustrating. That's actually the reason I don't play him anymore. So I was like, I can't handle this. All my moves are.
I play him just kind of like trolly, and he's definitely not one of my main characters. But I mean, I've done all right with him. But as far as
against better comp than I'm sure most AO players against. So that's something at least. But with that, I mean, I can't think of really anything else to throw out there. I think we covered all of his main tools, and he doesn't have a big move list. I mean, just in general.
No. I guess if you want to be a real coxer, you could learn his 10 hit and do that shit to people online, because I guarantee you they've never seen it before.
Probably. Oh, I'm sure.
I don't even think I remember how to do it right now.
I don't because I never used it. But it's a real scrubby tactic, but I'm sure it would work.
Yeah. It's funny. It's people online.
So yeah, I mean, I guess is there anything you can think of that we didn't talk about that should be noted for him? 2-1. That's
2-1's a pretty decent poke with him.
Yeah, especially as a punish, mostly since you can. I think you can the second one, right? I'm pretty sure you can.
But in most situations where you can 2-1, most of the time you'll be able to back 1-2. So most of the time.
Oh yeah, I guess.
He does have a decent whiff punisher with forward 1+2.
Yes, that's
pretty decent. It's a pretty decent whiff punisher. I mean, it reaches a lot further than hopkick. So if you're a little further away and you can't punish a whiff with a hopkick, that'll reach. It actually reaches pretty deceptively far.
I guess aside from back 1-2, I guess we didn't really talk too much about his punishes. But again, it's mostly simple, jabs or 2-1. And
pretty much 2-1 or back 1+2.
Yeah, pretty much. But
or to low while standing 4-4 or infinite kick.
But his while standing punishes aren't too insanely bad. I mean, you figure.
No, they're okay. I mean, infinite kicks is okay.
Yeah. Oh man, why did they take out the actual infinite? Man, that's so lame. Like it was the one thing.
I wish they didn't take that out. It's like, look, man, if they're gonna take that out, at least fix the other shit.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. I was like, oh, he's so bad though. Why did you take that out? And people ate that all the time too. But you can.
Oh yeah, when the Infinite was in there, I would do that to people all the time.
Oh yeah, and people are like,
no shame, man. I would do it. I didn't care.
Well, no, it's in there, and for the most part, that's like all he had. That was the one thing that was like really bailing him out in certain situations. Yeah. So. But even in a situation where you couldn't actually hit the Infinite, like with a wall, it still like gave him chunky damage off of just out in the open. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you just finish it after 4 hits, it's still good.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's it, man. I think that's it for the Ogre talk. Like, there's just like not a whole lot of tricks that you can do with him. And like you said, if you try to play to win,
he's just don't use him.
Yeah, just don't use him, and maybe they'll fix it.
Yeah, that's my pro tip. Don't pick up this character.
And that makes me really sad to say that, because I was so pumped when I saw that they were putting him in the game.
Oh, I was too, man. I was so stoked. I'm like, oh, I have to put Small Ogre back. Fuck yeah, I am.
And they just fucking killed him. So terrible. Oh well, that's my salty moment for the day. But okay, well, I guess we can just kind of move on to other shit. Now, you mentioned that you were you had some excellent hate mail to read.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know what the deal is, man. I get a lot of hate mail. I don't play like extra scummy or anything. But here, let me go from like today. What do we got today? I played for like a half hour. Matt_kills_JD called me an online warrior. Like, dude didn't recognize my screen name. My screen name is Money Inc. USMC Ogre. I'm an online warrior. That's me, dude. This guy was like, he's like a savior Byaku or something, and he fucking sucked, man. He got raped and sent me an online warrior. No, that's not too bad. This guy called me Wildcat Gone Crazy. Called me trash the first message. A lot of these guys send like 4 or 5 in a row, dude. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Trash, you're trash no life bum. That was the second one. What do you say for the third one? Stay trashy, bitch. Stay trashy, bitch.
Did you play this guy multiple times? Is that why he's sending you
multiple times? No. I'm pretty sure this is all. He just like fired them off in a row.
That's so much salt.
Yeah. Packers Girl 101. Nice record for a panic hop kicking scrub. I'm sure I was using Ancient Ogre for that match. He's like the only character I fucking hop kick with. I don't even hop kick with Paul Harley. Grand Kintaro. Oh, he just said like a game. I am Batman.
Well, Grand Kintaro. I mean, he's a TZer. So.
Yeah. I am Batman 14. Are you the same Yosemite Ogre from Tekken 4 and Tekken Tag 1? Yeah, is there a lot of Yosemite Ogres around? And he sent another message. I don't know how to say this without coming off as a darsh. What's a darsh? Do you know what a darsh? I think you meant douche.
I just misspelled it.
Really bad. But you're the reason I started playing Tekken 5 when I was 17. Oh, God. I can't even read this. This guy's just sucking my dick. I don't want to, like... Never mind. I'm not going to read that.
Well, yeah, it's not hate mail, man. We're not even interested in that.
Yeah. This guy's just like, yeah, you're the best, man.
It's funny.
This guy, why are you playing lower ranks, asshole? That's King of Inks.
Were you trying to rank a new character or something? That's like.
No, I forget what team I was using. I think I remember that one. Like, I forget what team. I think I have like Vanquisher or Conquer or something, Kazuya. And for some reason, I played that guy, and he's like a warrior or something. I'm like, stomp him, and he's like, why are you playing lower ranks? Like, man, like, you have a choice. Just fucking randomly grabs fucking dudes.
Fleetwood. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Fleetwood J. Bitch ass move. I don't know what movie said. That was the name of the message. The message says, bruh, B-R-U-H, spamming ass. Bruh, spamming ass. These guys are fucking super smart, man.
Wow. I just don't really understand the whole hate mail thing. Like,
oh, dude, it fucking feeds me, dude. Makes me so happy when I get hate mail. I wish everyone would say, what's weird is you never get hate mail from people like when they beat you. It's always when you beat them. I want to get hate mail from someone that beats me. I want someone to beat me and just call me a piece of shit or something, but it never happens. This guy, Jack, is Alpha Solidius. Jack is a cheap, broken piece of shit, and you're a faggot. All right.
Apparently, you were playing Jack.
Yeah, I think I was using Jack on him. And then DGen-MX. Oh my God, faggot. What's it saying in the message? You are a faggot. Oh, cool. Oh my God, faggot. You are a faggot. That guy's all over it.
He is all over it.
Yeah, Swagoo, you're a pussy. Swagoo again, throwing pussy. It's good to have a bunch of like good games I gotta sort through too. DGen MX again, great faggot. Dimitri117, go fuck yourself. These are all within like the last week. Incognito, good games, buddy.
I like how you throw that one. Incognito,
yeah.
Good games.
Yeah.
Oh man, well that's what to get you though for playing ranked though. But I guess for you love the hate mail you feed off.
I fucking love it. I don't even try to. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to win most of the time. Sometimes I go on rank just to kind of troll a little bit and piss people off. It works. Compress 74. Are you the legendary USMC Ogre player? Fuck out of here. What a Juggle whore. Oh yeah, I remember this guy. This guy is like Blazing Razor. His rank's like decently high, I think too. I think he's probably like a, I don't know, Destroyer, Conqueror or something. I mean, it's not that high, but I mean, it's high enough. This guy's like, you're a Juggle whore. What the fuck, dude?
It's like, how did you get there without juggling? Like,
yeah.
What?
There's Ron Dog 4. You're a giant scrub, weak son. I like when you beat someone's ass, you're the scrub. How does that work? Tony the Tiger 87. Good games, but you get really scrubby at the end. I think that means you lost.
Man, I just cannot stand ranked. Just cannot stand.
Oh, dude, you have to go about it the right way, man. You have to not really care, because it doesn't fucking mean anything. The big scheme of things, Tekken-wise, it means nothing, dude. Like, I mean, a good example is like Incognito, right? He's one of the best players in the country right now. His online rank isn't all that high. It's like Savior or something like that. But he fucks people up that have like fucking blue ranks and shit. Online, it's a whole different game, dude. You can't take it too serious.
Yeah,
One king down. I'm a cheap wink queer. You're same guy. You're just a oh my God, those messages are sent in the same minute. The guy's all over it.
He wasn't gonna let you get away. You need to see it.
No way, dude. Bye, bitch. Don't say anything back because you're on block. You're a faggot.
Oh my God, those are the
1,
best.
2, 3, 4, 5. This guy sent me 6 messages in about 2 minutes.
Those are the best, man. When they just fire off the hate mail and then block you.
Yeah. You're a faggot, and guess what? You're blocked. Now you can't fucking insult me like a 12-year-old kid on the schoolyard. Ha ha ha! I showed you. Stupid ass motherfuckers, dude.
That's hilarious. I love that shit.
Yeah. I'm bored going through those. I have plenty of it. Every once in a while, I'm not going to tell you the name, but I do have a troll account that I go online with. It. Literally, I'm like, I'm bored today. I'm just going to beat people by throwing. Or I'm just going to do this stupid shit. Yeah.
There was that, I remember Run It Black in the core page. He like just popped off on Wayne Gamble that one day because he played. Well, he's popped off on Gamble a couple times, but there's
everybody.
Like everyone's convinced that he has that troll account.
Yeah. And
he keeps saying no, man.
Apparently, no. Thank God, no one's figured out my troll account yet. I have like 5 or 6. It's stupid. I have like 5 or 6 characters that are up to Savior only from trolling. Like not even trying to win. Online is so bad, dude.
That's why. Well, that's one of the reasons that I don't know. I'm not like really big on the whole trolling aspect of it. I get it, and that's cool. Definitely go ahead and do that. That's your thing. But like for me, when I play online, because I don't have a lot of comp offline. In fact, I have no comp offline. There's no one around here.
That's terrible.
But so whenever I play, I kind of feel like I have to get my money's worth. So usually, I can
see that.
It's been forever since I played ranked, and I'm always just in a room with people I know that I know are good. So
yeah, I mean, like I have the opportunity to go play offline, a pretty decent amount. So online, I don't really give a fuck about. But yeah, I mean, if you're out somewhere and you don't have an offline scene, then yeah, I can see how online means a little bit more. I was like, this weekend we're gonna go to Kyle's. Me and Kyle and like Incognito and Kane are gonna play for like 8 hours or something. Then the next day you go play online. Who gives a fuck about online? I just had a bunch of good games with good comp.
Yeah, exactly. Now I wish I could have that luxury, but I do not.
Well, you gotta move out of fucking Iowa, dude.
Man, Iowa's so boss though. Like people like to like shit on it in the Midwest and like other certain Midwest areas, but man, I have a really good job and my money goes a long way. And there's like no
Well, in that case, Tekken really doesn't mean that much. So fuck it.
No, yeah. Well, that's pretty much what it boils down to. It's
yeah.
It's Tekken. Yeah, my life stuff is more important.
Yeah. I mean, Tekken's just that. I mean, I still play it, not as much as I used to, but I mean, it's very secondary to me now.
Yeah, that's how it is. Like, you put the time in that you can and hopefully, get good and try to learn as much as you can. But,
although I still do like beating up a lot of the young guys who think they're good. What's up, Brennan Black? Why do I always beat you? I know you play way more than me.
I feel like that's a segue into the rant section. And how most of this podcast has been ranting, so I don't really know why.
I mean, you got a character to rant about, and he's horrible.
Oh, that's funny. But man, I wish I had like more generalized questions for you, like stuff to grill you on. Oh, I was going to ask just because I'm curious. What exactly do you do? Like, do you work for a gaming company or?
Oh yeah, I've worked for Sony for 2005 now.
Because I knew you worked for some company like that, but I kept
I worked for Sony.
Ask, and I was like, "What the hell do you do?"
I work for Sony, so I'm mad biased. Xbox One is stupid as fuck.
Where or like what exactly do you do? Are you like in some sort of development section or?
I'm a QA lead. Which means generally I make sure other people are working. It's sort of middle management kind of.
So you QA employees, not products.
Say what?
Your QA portion, so you're overlooking people, or is like the QA you're actually focused on products?
Yes, I'm overlooking people. I don't test games anymore.
Okay.
And it's been years since I've done that. I'm overlooking people who overlook people that test games.
Gotcha.
Say like a new game will come in, like I just worked on Last of Us. That game will come in like months before anyone tests it. We have to sit there and look over, okay, it's going to have this, so this is how these guys should test it. And make like a kind of a test plan. Last of Us is the shit, by the way. Everyone go buy that.
What is?
The Last of Us.
Oh, yeah, I heard lots of awesome things about it.
Yeah, it's cool. I worked on it for a while. It's a good game.
Do you know if it's on PC? Because then I might actually get it.
Say what?
Is it on PC or is it Sony?
No, it's PS3. PS3 only.
Okay.
Well, you have a PS3, don't you?
Yeah, but man, I don't buy games for that shit anymore. I'm all Steam. Like that's
I don't buy games for it either. I get them for free at work.
Well, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's how to do it.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty hefty advantage, I would think.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a good perk. Let's rant about something. How's the Tekken community being complete garbage?
Define that. Define garbage. You mean skill-wise or just like being like these?
Both. There's a few top players who are still really good, like GM, Fab, Anakin, Jimmy, Incog, Kyle. I mean, there's still a lot of like really top level guys, but I swear every other Tekken game, like underneath that top tier of players, The next tier, we have way better players than there is now. It's just gotten small. I don't really know what to attribute it to. I kind of want to blame it having a decent online. People are just like, online's good enough. Why do I need to go to a tournament? I can just play online in my living room. Like, tournament turnouts are pretty shit now. And then you go on Course Tech and Academy, and Jesus fucking Christ. Don't get me wrong. Excuse me, I don't know. Like, the idea behind it and the spirit behind it, Core has 100% correct. How he runs it, it's fine. It's just the people in it. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. It's turned into Core's fucking Crybaby Academy instead of, like, how do I get better at this game? And I think that's kind of just like a microcosm of society now. Everyone's just a bunch of fucking crybaby pussies. Give me this, I deserve that, instead of, like, how do I beat this? How do I get better at it? It's like, this shit's cheap, man. I fuck this game. That just seems to be way more prevalent now than it was back in the day. Back in the day, you go on TZ and there's a bunch of things like, hey, how do I beat this? And there'd be like 2 or 3 good players like, hey, man, you do this, that, do that, and you're good. Now it's just everyone's fucking starts these crybaby fests.
That or it was always people like actually going after other people. Like, it wasn't your character's bad or your character's cheap. It's no, you suck and you should have never beaten me.
Yeah. Oh,
and I'm
dude.
gonna pop off.
Oh man, talking about Fernando.
Man, you can rant on whatever you want to rant on, man. I don't give a
Yeah. You know what? I would rant on Fernando for that shit. When he lost to fucking, what's his name, Hongasi or whatever. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I have to give that guy credit, man. He fucking sucked up his pride and apologized pretty well on TV. So, you know what? More power to him, dude. He knew he was being a fucking bitch about it, and he kind of realized it, and he came back and apologized. So that's good on him.
That's a good thing. Well, and I think he put it well. I obviously didn't see everything that he wrote up, but I did see that he said pretty explicitly. He mentioned how he thought Hong was a nice dude and yada yada yada. But he pretty much explained it how I think all players have felt one time or another, where he was just salty at the tournament. Like, he was just salty, and that.
Yeah, he let the song get the best of him, but he was actually man enough to admit it. So I mean,
yeah. So,
but at least he admitted that a lot of these players nowadays, man, you'll see them fucking lose like that, and then they just stay mad salty. Mm-hmm. Mad salty.
Absolutely.
Little bitches, dude. It's like, look, guess what, dude? All right, this is part of society sucking. All right, everyone's parents told them that they're special. You're the best. Blah blah blah. People let that shit thinking. Guess what, faggot? There's always someone better than you. All right. You're not the best because you have fucking whatever, right? Hey, you're not the best at shit, dude. There's always someone better than you. Just fucking get used to it. You're not special. You're one of like 6.5 billion people on this earth. You're fucking worth nothing. Just have a good time. Quit being salty.
Yeah, I always was a little, I don't want to say flabbergasted, but confused when people are like, oh well, you did your best. Everyone gets a trophy, and yada yada yada. I don't think so. I think that you should be content knowing that that you're doing everything you can to be as good as you can. But
you shouldn't get a fucking trophy for it, though.
No, but well, not only that, but like people like get really salty about it. Like, man, I can't believe I'm not the best. Really? Like, your chances of being the absolute best at anything are so slim. Like, it's
not
even.
It's because fucking people's parents are too nice. So parents don't want to be parents to their kids. They want to be their buddies and tell them how cool they are and shit. That's really bad.
Because like that, I get it. I mean, everybody wants to win. No one likes to lose. But at the same time, you have to understand.
But they treat it wrong. Like, losses like that fuel you to practice more, play more, not just be a salty little crybaby. Mm-hmm. People think they deserve to be the best. You don't deserve shit. You gotta earn it, man. You don't deserve nothing. Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
That's how I feel these days.
Oh, you know what? I feel like I'm getting there too. Man, I actually had a moment like that the other day. I even mentioned it to my girlfriend, and she was like, man, you're such an old man. I was like, man, God, I am. And I can't even remember what the hell it was. I think it was like somebody's, I don't know, somebody mowing their lawn or something. I don't know. It was something really stupid. And I was like, oh, why was I'm so salty about that. I don't even know. But anyway.
You know what gets me salty is fat people at the fucking store and shit. All right, oh, God, I don't know, last weekend or something, I took my son to SeaWorld. He's like 2 years old, right? And they have like the big old Shamu stadium and shit. And in all these roads, they have all these handicap areas and stuff that are supposed to be for motherfuckers who are handicapped or fucking retarded or some shit, you know? Every single one of them, there's like at least 50 spots for just fat fucks on scooters. You are not handicapped, you fat piece of shit. You're just fat. Fuck you, fat people that do that.
No, I'm not a fan of that at all. But I'm also, they just hand that shit out just way too easily. Like, you should.
You're hella fat. Here's a handicap plaque, fatty McFatterfuck.
It's
not a fan.
Ridiculous. Oh well, it is what it is.
Oh hey, you want to get this podcast fucking flagged by the FBI right now?
Oh, you mean the NSA? Pretty sure you meant the NSA.
Oh yeah, I didn't mean the NSA. Whatever, they're all gonna come after.
Yeah,
what are some keywords? Allah, bomb, Obama, assassinate. Granted, I would never do any of those things, but I think it's just funny to say those keywords. And like right now, like they're probably fucking zoning in on my phone right now. Like, what's this motherfucker talking about right now? So they can hear this.
Oh,
we can hear about how shitty Ancient Ogre is.
Dude, well, hey, at least they can get some strats while they're, wasting their
Maybe your website will get a whole bunch more hits, dude.
Yeah, fucking right. Yeah.
Get all these fucking NSA hits.
Yeah, I was going to say all these NSA IPs. Like, what is going on? Why is everyone from the
I thought I'd throw out the keywords right there. Hopefully something funny happens.
I guess we'll see. When they kick down my door. There's a post though I made it on TZ not too long ago. That was like, oh man, I'm totally my door is gonna get kicked in. I can't remember what it was. I was like, oh, I just mentioned this in a very cheeky, tongue-in-cheek sort of way, and they're gonna kill me for it. But
I don't know. I'm sure right now there's tons of people trolling the NSA.
Oh yeah, I mean Twitter's blown up. Like absolutely blown up. So
have fun sorting through that, cocksuckers.
Yeah. Oh well, it is what it is. It's the government. You gotta expect that.
Asshole.
Well, in any case, I think we've rambled on as much as we probably can. So with that,
I'm not driving through traffic yelling at people this time, unfortunately.
It's a shame. But that's all I got. Are you heading out to any tournaments like Evo or anything like that?
Absolutely not. I have a son that's way more important than playing Tekken.
Fair enough. Well, I figured, if a lot of those guys, and since Evo is...
I'm actually helping... I'm going to be helping Kyle and Incog practice for Evo, but I'm not going to actually go. Like, we're having a session this weekend over at Kyle's place, and we had one a couple weeks ago. So, I mean, we have, like, pretty hard grinding sessions, and I don't bother to go to tournaments or shit anymore. I mean, I just don't have time. I mean, I can spare a few hours here and there, if I'm driving 10 minutes somewhere to play, but, man, I don't have time. I mean, I'm a grown-ass man with a fucking big boy job and a kid. I can't be fucking going to tournaments.
No, I definitely...
My time's passed.
I would love to go out to more stuff, but, yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I do this just because, it feels like I can stay involved.
Yeah, it's cool. You're doing something to support the community instead of just sit there and cry on fucking Facebook like most of these douchebags.
But I wish that I could go out to more shit, but it is what it is. I'm fucking at least 4 hours away from any scene, so it's kind of a pain in the ass.
That's horrible. You guys used to have kind of a scene back in the day, didn't you?
Well, yeah. I mean, we used to have one of the first, the early majors on TZ or at least for Tekken, was King Fan and his E's, his extravaganzas. But it's past. I mean, we still.
Yeah, I think I actually played Sushi and King Fan online a few months ago.
Yeah, they show up every once in a while online and kind of dig around, but it's not.
Yeah, I can tell they don't really play it.
But oh well. Well, with that, thanks for coming on the podcast. If you want, I'll give you some like last words if you have any shout outs or any other comments or anything you want to throw out there.
Not particularly. I mean, just fucking practice and quit crying about shit, dude. You scrubs are never going to get better by complaining. You get better by practicing. So instead of using your little fucking bitch-made fingers to type little crybaby messages and shit and hate mail and stuff, use them to practice. Then you'll get better. And you know what that'll lead to? Nothing, because that's not going to help you get a good job. So,
hey man, that esports, man.
Yeah, esports. Tekken has nothing to do with any esports, man. If anyone wants to try and make some money playing Tekken, you're fucking wrong. Fighting games in general, dude. I guarantee, even Chris G, man, a guy wins like every Marvel tournament. You think he's making real money? Get the fuck out of here.
No, that's just a little spending cash. That's not.
Yeah, dude.
Not pay the rent.
No one makes any goddamn money playing fighting games.
That's actually one thing that kind of weirds me out about the fighting game community, because I think that they probably, if they worked it the right way, they could probably work up something that to get some more like sponsorship cash and stuff into it. But like we have like no regulation, like no central authority that even SRK, like you can't really consider that a central authority. It just kind of is.
Well, I mean, there's a few different factors too. I mean, one big one is the average fighting game player is a complete fucking douchebag, and that just kind of just comes with the territory because it's a competitive one-on-one thing, so people kind of have ego and shit. Wait, just look at the stream chat, dude. Oh my god. Just look at the stream chat for like the poverty chat for any tournament. All you see is just the foul scum of humanity. It's like 4chan or something, dude. I mean, it's bad. So, I mean, there's that. I mean, most fighting game players and fans aren't like the most respectable human beings in general, I would say.
I would agree with that.
There's that, and what are these sponsors going to get? I mean, fighting games don't sell, compared to most of the genres of games. Like, not even close to like what a shooter sells. So, I mean, they can get a little bit of sponsorship money here or there, but what's in it for the sponsor? It's gonna be it's a tough road.
Yeah, well, I mean, you figure that's why most tournaments combine the games and stuff and have 10 games that they do at their tournament.
Oh, you have to. You can't have a tournament with.
Yeah, which by the way, I'm actually going to change my tournament mentality, at least as far as like running them is concerned. And to be honest, I'm not a 2D guy. I don't play 2Ds. I'm not a huge fan of them. Yada yada yada. So with that being said, like I don't make money off of the stream. I barely even break even on the venue fee that I typically charge. So what I'm going to do is just kind of say fuck it, and I'm just going to do Tekken only shit from now on, and then just throw my money in the pot. Just be like, you know what? People come out to this tournament, come have fun, and then for those who, for some reason, play this game for money, I don't know why, but for those that do, I'll throw an extra $400 or $500 at it rather than paying for a ridiculously expensive venue and trying to get that back. Just do that. Then you make everyone happy.
Need more people like you in the Tekken community, man.
But
I actually like 2D games. A 2D game recently let me put Red and Black in a trash bag, so that was good.
Was that Injustice?
Oh no! Oh god, I would never touch that game. That game's fucking horrible.
I'm not either. But
no, we were at Kyle's house a couple weeks ago playing Tekken, and we were just getting Tekkened out. Red and Black starts talking, man, I'll fuck all you guys up at Marvel. Well, I'll fuck all you guys at Marvel. Beat him like 10-0, didn't kill one of my characters once. Put him in a trash bag. I convinced that because I was at one point I was pretty decent at Marvel, and I know Red and Black sucks at everything. So I convinced them to do trash bag match. I had to put them in trash bags. That was fun.
Yeah,
so there is that 2D game.
Marvel,
put people in trash bags.
God, Marvel, man, that game is.
It's a piece of shit game, but it's fun.
I guess. if you.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's like a solid, balanced game at all. But I enjoy mashing once in a while.
I just think like it's like obviously if the same 10 people are making top 8, there's some sort of skill involved. But at the same time,
there is. Sure.
At the same time, like it's just so scrubby. Like it's just like so scrubby. Like the entire tactic is. Oh man, I don't know. I could rant on that game for like hours though, so I won't.
Yeah, fuck that game. Who cares? Not even what we're talking about.
Well, anyway, so I guess then no other like shout outs. I know you're pretty lone dog when it comes to that, so I don't know if there's any.
Yeah, I mean, there's no scene here anymore, really. I mean, if Kyle didn't live in San Diego, there'd be nothing here, man. Nobody plays except him and his roommate Murad, who a lot of people don't know this because he doesn't really go out to tournaments and stuff. Kyle's roommate is very good too. Now, actually, I can give Murad a shout out. He's really good Mishima player.
Now, is he very good as a result of Kyle, or?
I mean, from what I gather from talking to, they've known each other for a real long time. Mm-hmm. So I mean, he was already like pretty good, pretty decent player. But yeah, him and Kyle are roommates, so they play each other all the time. So he's gotten, like, I can just tell over like the last 6 months, he just keeps getting better and better. He's really good. I think if he showed up at a tournament, people didn't know who he was. He'd fuck a lot of people up.
Oh man, that's another thing that just like confuses the shit out of me. How people just don't show any respect to like people who blow them up. Like there's just like these new players. Like, hey, you're gonna run into new players that are good, and then
it's gonna happen every game.
Yeah,
you're gonna lose to some no-name person and. Hey, guess what? They got a name now. I'll deal with it,
Yep, it is what it is. Well, then, that's all I got, man.
But yeah, shout out to Murad.
Yes.
San Diego's hidden gem, dude. That guy's fucking good.
Well, hopefully we'll see him sometime at something.
Hopefully.
Eventually.
Try and get him to go to Wednesday night fights one of these weeks. I never go, so I can't really say shit to him about not going. But
man, you guys are all spoiled. Like, you have this huge tournament that happens every week.
Well, shit. That thing's like 2.5 hours for me, so it ain't all that close.
Yeah, for you, yeah. It's a little while.
It's fucking. I used to always watch it on stream, but now they just show fucking dumbass injustice. They'll show like Tekken finals in 3 hours of fucking Superman shooting lasers.
Man, I have a feeling that game's gonna go the same route as MK. Like, it's gonna be super
fucking
hype
hope so.
until after
shit, dude.
Until after Evo, and then bleh, they're just gonna die.
It's just a bad game, dude. It's just a bad game.
Oh man, funny. Well, anyway, that's all I got, man. So thanks for coming on to the show and talking some AO and bullshitting and whatnot.
Everybody, go buy a PlayStation 4, not an Xbox One, because Daddy needs a bigger bonus next year.
Yeah, support Ogre and his family. Go buy.
That's right. Buy a PS4. We are not going to spy on you.
Oh, that's funny.
Our camera is not going to watch you spank it and then upload it to the NSA like Xbox is.
You know what? I'm totally cool with that. If somebody wants to watch me spanking it, all right. That's just,
you're dirty.
I'm doing something right. So,
a little exhibitionist over here. You guys just learned something new about Scott.
I mean, it's if it's that interesting to everybody, then you know what? Everyone can partake. So with that, I'm kind of happy that we went off the beaten path and talked about some shitty characters as opposed to the really busty characters. But with that, I have no idea what character is going to be next. It's just kind of the roll of the dice, how it goes. So tune in. Of course, as always, if you have any questions or comments, hit me up, post up. The last post that I put in on Core's Tekken page, I seem to have stuck. So I'll
good. Get some exposure.
I'll keep posting stuff there.
Hopefully all the crybabies over there take my advice and quit crying and start playing hard. Obviously, it's not everybody over there, but there's too many posts of people just bitching about shit. Just be asking questions, not crying.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's the if it's the moderating that's going on, but I have noticed it's getting a little better. Like, some people are like, okay.
Well, they're trying to clean that stuff up. It's so much. It's a hard job.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I have no doubt. Yeah, I don't want any piece of that. But
they have thousands of members and like 3 or 4 mods or something. It's a tough job, man.
But I am going to
But
advocate.
hey, I applaud them. They're trying to help out the community.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, they're trying. They're doing what they can. But I am going to advocate that anyone who listens to this and gets to this point, you need to blow Ogre up on Facebook. Do it publicly. I want to see everyone taking their best shots and see what happens. Because feed the troll, feed him. But anyway, well,
yeah,
again,
keep sending me hate mail online, you fucking scrubs. Money Inc. USMC Ogre, send me hate mail after I beat you. I fucking jerk off to it. I love it.
Oh, that's funny. See, now we know something about you. But anyway.
Right. I just don't like to put it on my Connect.
Oh yeah, you just don't like being infrared masturbating videos.
That's right.
You like to be full HD. Anyway. Well, thanks everyone for listening. Thanks, of course, Ogre, for coming on and spreading the salt. And then
hey, anytime, buddy.
Yeah. And with that, we shall call it a day. Thanks, everyone. We will catch you next time.